Man, it's been a while since I fired up VR. And been a while since this new map came along. Let's give it a try.
Well, flap my jack, I didn't expect this.
Neither did I. Greetings, comrades. This is Antaeus Caleb, back with another H3VR video. It's been a while since I've been on VR, and been a while since I did a video on VR. Because, well, earlier I've been having some audio issues, but it seems they managed to fix themselves. I did a few audio tests before recording this, and everything works, so we'll just go with it. So anyway, we are playing on a new map that has been added in a previous update. At least, new map since the last video, anyway. But this is the qualification range. This is basically a map that's kind of similar to the ranges that U.S. Army trials take place. On all the details, you have to watch Anton's devlog on that. It's a few months back, where basically it's where soldiers in the U.S. Army basically practice their range
quite
and
the,
accuracy
mess, huh?
with guns and stuff. Again, he can give you all the details. For now, I'm just here to shoot some guns in this new range, as well as show off a few of the new cursed guns that were added. What's cool about this range is, in this area here we can go on. I'm not sure if you can use any of these. We also have these like SO6 here that basically...
Why the long face, it said. What a jerk.
They basically go through these different stations and do their shooting there too. So it's a pretty nice little touch, so it's not just you while you're lonesome. But anyway, you know, it has been a good minute since I've been to it. I had gone a few months ago, and took my own AR-15, and I did surprisingly well. Granted, it was an indoor range, and the target was like 45 feet away, but hey, a good shot is a good shot. You know, you take what you can get. But anyway, I figured since we're in a shooting range, we take advantage of the features it has. So, for that, we're going to need a gun. And, well, since I'm sort of an AR guy,
I don't know.
I have an AR.
Maybe I'm just going.
I might as well pick something that's kind of similar to what I have, not quite. Let's see, I guess.
Well, dough me up and call me a pig in a blanket.
This is similar to what I have. Excuse me. But anyway, this is similar to what I have, only this is like a first part of mine semi-auto. This is similar to what I have, but we'll go and go with this since these are the first semi-auto ARs myself. That it's easier for you to stay on target because you spray and pray at the any automatic weapon. They're both going to go over the place. They won't even allow ranges around here. So I decided to get a semi-auto, and quite a few semi-auto ARs were added in the previous update.
After all these years, I still don't have a clue where the beef is.
And a little Wendy's commercial reference there that you didn't know. Anyway, we'll kind of go with the theme. This gun, we'll go with the regular tan Stenag. And I'm it. And naturally, when you're in an actual firing range, you'll want to pay attention to the 4 main rules of gun safety. Remember, keep your finger off the trigger till ready to pull. Know your target and what's behind it. Don't point a gun at anything you're not willing to destroy. And treat every gun as if it's loaded. And I follow those to a T in the firing range.
It's the motion.
Okay. Now, my AR doesn't have this kind of handguard, the M-lock attachment system, but it's just the handguard that's like this. Only my AR has one of these on here. I know, kind of weird thing to add, but that's what I have. I don't use this reticle though. See if I think I just use that. It doesn't obstruct my target that much. But anyway, if you watched Anton's latest devlogs, he basically is reworking the scopes. Well, he worked the scopes, now he's working on the red dot sights where you can change the color of the reticle, you can actually adjust the zero distance on these, so he's really fleshing these out. Not sure that that'll be the next dev vlog, but hey, won't know until it shows up. And yeah, before going any further, you'll know if you've read my last community post, I'm taking a break from Doom videos for a while, which yeah, it's kind of been I haven't quite been in the mood lately after finishing Illuminatus. Kind of want to put Doom on the back burner. And Dwarf Fortress has been taking a lot of my YouTube video making time, so that's what I'm focusing on. And I'm getting the hang of a few things, but there's still a lot to learn and a lot to do. So I'm by no means an expert in that game. But yeah. Anyway, hopefully I don't have any future hiccups with VR videos, because I really love making these, at least with HDVR. Again, my VR videos are pretty much solely HDVR these days. Anyway, back to this. As soon as you go to the station here, you can actually change a few things. You do like an open shoot, like you just shoot the targets, and you hit them, they go down, and shortly they'll go back up. And change the color of the targets. I guess you could differentiate yours from everyone else's, I guess. You can change the target sequence, M16, M14 qualification, or I guess any future ones will be added, because they're I think you have to go with sequence mode, actually. Let's see, we got... Nope, it's the same. Yeah, just stick with open shoot. I don't like being timed by... I like to take my time, pick my targets and whatnot, so... I'm probably not going to be the most ideal person for an actual firefight, but hey. Anyway, so... Safety's off. And I really like these little barriers here, because... help you stabilize your gun. And I don't have a foregrip, so yeah. I'm going to try to adjust it so you can still see it through the left eye. Okay. Okay, that's 50 meters. Okay. Now 100 meters, see if we can get that one. Again, the actual firing range, the minimum distance for your target in the firing range I went to is like 45 feet. So this isn't anywhere close to the normal distance that I was shooting, but hey. We went to an outdoor shooting range back when my father was still with us, and I was a pretty good shot at a decent distance. I forgot the actual distance though, and it's been a long time ago. So anyway, we hit 100 meters, let's see if we can get 150. Easier to have one of those VR gun stocks, which I do not. Might come in handy. They're expensive though. Okay, maybe once that update comes around, it'll be easier for me to adjust the zero distance here. Well, I can adjust it here, but I think he's fleshing it out a little bit. Yeah, you can only go up to 100 meters, so I guess we'll try that. Okay, so here's 100. Oh. Yeah, not with this side, I'm not. 100 meters, yeah, but others, anything beyond that, that's a no-go. So, let's get a scope, shall we? There was one on the table here. I think he added a few scopes, but I forgot which ones are new, which ones aren't, because, yeah. He's been busy, retooling these things. Okay, so let's see if we can adjust this. I don't think this one can be adjusted. But it does have a little integrated sight on there. Anyway. Okay, so that's... 50. I would have hit if I wasn't. Here. Let's try this position a little bit. There we go. That's 150. No, that's 100. I was trying to aim for the 150. It would be easier if I had a bipod. I don't think there's a M-Lock bipod attachment here, but we'll find out. Let's see. Bipods. That's what is a bipod.
Getting the meat sweats.
I don't think. Yeah, no, there aren't any M-Lock bipods. There are M-Lock foregrips, so I guess we'll use one of those. We'll kind of fit the theme here. Okay, let's see how we do now.
That Mr. Meat really gave me
50. There we go. And somehow I hit the one over there, even though I shot one bullet. Is it ricochet or? No, I guess it was one of their bullets. Straight afar. Okay, 200. Can I hit that one? Yes, I can. 250. Nope. Okay. 250. Yeah. And 300. Go to 300 meters. Yep. Now imagine if I did it with an actual gun, I might be a little better, because here's the thing. Firing an actual gun versus firing a virtual gun using 2 controllers, it's a night and day difference, okay? If I had like a virtual VR stock to kind of emulate that, might be a little better, or at the very least, something to kind of emulate like an actual barrier for me to something that set this on. But yeah. I'm sure with time and patience you'll get the hang of it. I don't know. I'm just used to having a real life rifle aiming and stuff instead of a virtual one. At least when it comes to ranges here. Anyway, just for shits and giggles, let me show you some of the new guns that have been added in previous updates. Anton, being the mastermind here, has decided it would be a good idea to unbullpup a few guns. For instance, the LFFA2.
That mystery meat really gave me the creeps.
Yeah. This is basically if you took the infamous L85 and turned it to a non-bullpup gun.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Hey, it still uses Stanag magazine, so hey. Take your victories where you can get them, I guess. At least switching the fire mode's a little better, because with the actual Enfield, let me show you real quick. Let's see, let's put the actual... See, if this, when you click left, it just disengages the safety wave. If you want to switch to fire mode, you actually have to reach here and switch to fire mode. And it's here, you do all in one fell swoop. So yeah, let's give this monstrosity a try, shall we? Okay, take these off. Yeah. Not sure how this would actually work. Such a bizarre looking gun. Looks like something you see out of a Nintendo 64 game. Alright. Now, he also unbullpupped the EM2 into the EM5 Ferguson. I'm not sure if that's a reference to a certain person from Royal Armories. But I know it's not based on Forgotten Weapons, I know that much. Okay, I forgot where the charging handle was.
So glad I
Oh, it's
finally
up here.
got that 15 membership
Yeah, good
card
old
in the mail.
280 British.
Pokemon enough.
Why? Why would somebody do this? Look at this. This is like a rifle. This looks like an assault rifle from like the 1940s, before the STG-44. Forgot this weird sight this gun has. This here's a scope. You also have a weird looking iron sight with the world's smallest peephole.
This whole thing's
Yeah.
quite...
real life version is here too, but yeah. And that's not all. He decided to give us a Sterling Bullpup mock-up. This is basically a mock-up version of a Bullpup AR-180.
Go to sensitivity
The
training, they
AR-18
said.
here.
You'll be less of a dick, they said.
If somehow my minimum ID is adjusted there. Such a...
Okay, cool. My flashlight.
Look, how does this... How would this... Look at this. How would this properly work? Explain that to me. Yeah. Just why? Okay, I believe there was another weapon added. I forgot what it was, though.
Ooh, that.
Those are pretty much the three I wanted to show you. One bullpupped gun that wasn't meant to be bullpupped, as well as two unbullpupped guns that were meant to be unbullpupped.
Trading, they said. You'll be less of a dick, they said.
Yeah. Crazy. Anyway, let's try something else. Let's see if we can, What should we use?
What was up with that black rectangle?
One of those. You know what, let's do something interesting. Let's go lever action. Little Henry, that damn Yankee gun. You know, they load it Sunday, they'll shoot at us all week. Where the... Oh, there it is. As well, you know. They never would allow this in trials, that's for sure. But seriously, who uses a lever action in a combat zone
Man,
these
I
days?
felt stiff all day.
Wonder what next week's special will be.
So, yeah, don't do the cowboy flip with the lever that small. You're gonna break your fingers. Alright. Just like Tom Savini. And one. And two. One more for good measure. I missed that one. There we go. Oh, weird way to use this. You'll also notice there's a sandbag here. This is like if you actually want to go prone and shoot that way, which I don't know too many VR users that go prone doing that, but you can. So I had to point it out. Now, just for experiment's sake, let's go to a different. Let's see if it'll. Oh yeah, I'll do it here too. So you can do. And these are lane 0. I'm not sure where these SO6 are coming from, but hey.
Try the long face, he said. What a jerk.
This is lane... also 0, okay. But yeah, interesting little range here. It does have an outdoor range that feels more live. Like, it's not just you. Like, you have, like, other SO6s, you know, shooting their guns as well. You know, like an actual shooting range. Now, let me show you some that you will definitely not be seeing in a shooting range, let alone one for army trials. Let's have a little fun here. Let's go for, oh yeah. The good old M240 Bravo. Because why not? You know, H3VR, this is one of those games that lets you do things you can't normally do at a shooting range, not without getting arrested. Or at the very least, kicked out range. Anyway, this would definitely not be allowed by shooting ranges, because, well, they won't let you use these. They won't let you use a shotgun in the indoor range. brought this in a qualifying range like this, you'd be court-martialed. And just because I feel like it, I actually tried this before. Not very ideal, but you know what? You live once.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
This would definitely not be allowed in the shooting ranges here. Especially not this. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. I think I hit it. It is possible that I actually tried. It is possible to hit these targets with rockets, but you have to. It has to be a direct hit. It won't be affected by the explosion blast radius. It'll be a dead-on hit like this. I saw it pop up. So yeah. So anyway, that is the qualification range. This was added a while back, and I must say it's a nice little map. You know, it's nice to have other SOSA expiring instead of just you. But it feels a little more lively. And of course, there's a good way parts of a little long range shooting, even though there's the other range that lets you go up to 500 meters. But hey, nice, great outdoors with some Minecraft trees, and yeah, very nice little addition here. I'm curious what the next update will bring us. So anyway, this is AMD Caleb signing out.